Hello, good afternoon. This is David Sutter talking to you. Today is my weekly trade predictions, okay, for the upcoming trading week of January 27th through January 31st, okay. This will be the final trading week of the month, and we should expect a fairly calm trading week as there's not a lot of high impact news, okay. Now going into next week, going into next month, will be non-farm payroll, and we'll see if things really pick up next week, okay. But for this week, it should be relatively calm. We should have a smooth trading week, okay. Now, to begin with, I want to point out on all the major currency pairs, everything was pretty subtle. There was not a lot of movement, no new trends. Everything was pretty much in a flat range of market. Okay, if you look on EURUSD, GBPUSD, USDCHF, USDJPY, USDCAD, all these pairs are kind of more or less moving in a sideways fashion. Okay, and now to begin with, we see EURUSD ended slightly lower than where it began, and it had a slight slow trickle downtrend, but overall, it was more or less in a flat range of market. Like I said, if we look at that 4-hour chart, we see that we hit a pretty strong level of support. Okay, so this should be going up this coming week. If we draw, watch this. If we draw a downtrend like this, okay, I always like to draw a trend line. Okay, if this trend line breaks, we will see this definitely be going up this week. Okay, so it's hard to say if it's going to be going up or down, but it should be going up. What I think is going to happen is that this is going to drop a little bit more, because if you look at the daily chart, the daily has a red arrow but no blue arrow. Okay, we have a blue arrow way back here, which is a strong level of support, so that's a long ways off from where it is right now. But the weekly has an up arrow, and the monthly as well only has an up arrow, no red arrow. So long term, this is definitely going to be going up, and the Euro USD has been fighting to go up for quite some time. But as you see here on the daily, it's been riding sideways for quite some time, right? And even on the weekly, you can see from the time we had this blue arrow, about 4 or 5 months ago, it's never really gone up. It's been riding pretty much sideways. But the fact is that it has been going down this past month. The past few weeks, it's been dropping. So it should be getting ready to go back up. Okay, and the 4-hour denotes that yes, we have a strong level of support and should be going back up. So look for buy opportunity this week. Okay, bottom line is look for buy opportunities with the Euro USD this week. Okay, moving on to GBPUSD, Great British Pound versus US dollar. Again, we see pretty much a flat range of market, but the price did end slightly higher than where it started. So that's kind of good news, that we should see a continuation of a slow uptrend. Okay, now if we look at the 4-hour chart, we have an up arrow and no red arrow. So again, that's another good indicator that this should be going up this week. If we look at the daily, we have a down arrow but no blue arrow. So that's kind of bad also, right? But you also notice that it's been riding in a sideways fashion. We had this long uptrend, hit this resistance, and it's never really dropped. Okay, we never formed a new downtrend. It's been riding sideways. So that in itself means the market has been very bullish, that the market has been wanting to go up. Now if we look at the weekly, okay, weekly we show a up arrow and no red arrow. Okay, so we're still fighting to go up, and even the monthly has an up arrow. So long term, this will definitely be going up. Okay, so what can we expect for this week? Okay, we might see the price drops a little bit more in the beginning of the week, but we should see the price shooting back up. Okay, the hourly chart has a down arrow, so yes, we in the beginning of the week, probably all day Monday, we'll see this price drop. Okay, but going to the rest of the week, we should see this price slowly increase. Okay, you'll have a slight uptrend, and we have a level of resistance right here on the 4-hour, and that's kind of where we can expect the price to go to. Okay, not guaranteed, but I would look for buy opportunities only. If you use a 15-minute or 30-minute chart, look for buy opportunities only for GBPUSD. Okay, because long term is definitely going to be going up. Australian dollar versus US dollar, kind of in the same situation. Is more or less a flat range of market. If no new trends develop, the price did end slightly lower than where it began, just like the Euro USD. If we look at different time frames, The 1 hour shows to go up. The 4 hour shows to go up. Daily shows to go down. Weekly shows to go up, and monthly shows to go up. So this is definitely going to be going up. The daily is the only one that does not show to go up right now. But the thing is, it could definitely go up. We saw the price come down and go back up here, and then come down again. So we will probably see the price go up this week, hit a level of resistance, and then come back down again. If you notice here on the 4 hour chart, we have an up arrow and then another up arrow. So the price had gone up and came back down a little bit lower, and now we have another up arrow. Okay, we never formed a red arrow. So with that said, we can expect the price to go up for most of this week, more or less a flat range of market, but we can expect the price to go up and probably come back up to this level right here, and then form another red arrow and come down. So for this week, I would definitely be looking for buy opportunities for the AUDUSD. Okay. Moving on to the US dollar Swiss franc. Okay, now we're getting to the US dollar pairs. If we look at a 30-minute chart, it was more or less, like I said, a flat range of market. The price ended higher than where it began. We had a little spike right here in the middle of the week, and then shot back down and come back up again. So the US dollar has been fairly bullish the past couple weeks. If we look here on the 4 hour chart, okay, we have an up arrow. All right, no red arrow is formed yet, and the daily shows to go up, but the weekly and monthly show to go down. Okay, they've been showing this for a long time. So long term, the US dollar is going to be going down, but like I've said in the past, the US dollar is the strongest currency in the world. So we cannot say that the US dollar is going to be going into a downtrend, a solid downtrend. It's going to be in a flat range of market. As you can see right here, it hit a level of support it's pretty much at a level of support that it was back in August, which was 4 months ago, basically, right? So we're going to 5 months, right? August, September, October, November. So anyhow, the price had come up, back down again, and the price will be going back up again, but it's not going to go all the way back up to this level of resistance that we saw before, which you can mark right here. I don't think we're going to see the price come back up to that level, although it certainly could. I think we'll probably see it somewhere close to that, and then the price will drop again. Okay, because we had on the weekly, we had the price break a level of support. So it's not going to be going up so much. We're going to see a rebound. The US dollar always makes a rebound. We're going to see a rebound. But with all this stuff going on with Iran and Donald Trump's impeachment, the US dollar is hurting right now, okay? So I can't really say that this would be going down. Long term, it's definitely going down. I would look for buy opportunities only for the US dollar Swiss franc, okay? Again, this is very tricky to trade, because if the Euro USD, Pound USD, all these go up, then the US dollar should be going down. Okay, if we look here on the 1 hour chart, okay, it looks like it's at a pretty strong level of resistance. So probably what will happen this coming week, we'll see the price drop back down in the beginning of the week, and then towards the end of the week we'll see the price shoot back up. Okay, so more or less we're going to see a flat range of market again this week. Okay, I do not expect any major trends to develop. So what I would do is trade everything based off of a 15-minute chart. Okay, the 15-minute chart shows to go down right now. So look for buy and sell opportunities both for the US dollar Swiss franc. That will give you the maximum opportunities. Moving on to US dollar Japanese yen, this had a pretty much opposite effect of the US dollar Swiss franc, where price ended lower, and you can see it had a steady downtrend this past week, okay, which is to be expected. Okay, the 4 hour, daily, and weekly. The 4 hour and daily show to go down, weekly shows to go up, and monthly shows to go down. So we definitely got a mixture of different signals, but we got more signals pointing down than we have going up. So for this week, I would definitely be looking to sell the US dollar Japanese yen, okay? Because the 4-hour and daily show to go down. It's already fighting to go into a downtrend. Even the 1 hour, 1 hour is at a strong level of support. But then again, if you look here, if we draw a downtrend like this, we see a level of resistance, okay? So we can expect the price to go up, hit this trend line, and come back down again. I do not think it's going to break a trend. Although, you can definitely keep an eye on this. So, ultimately what's going to happen is the price will probably come up around Monday, and then Tuesday going to Wednesday, you'll see this continue to drop. Okay, I did not expect any uptrends to develop, okay? You're going to see a continuation of this downtrend. You saw the price go up here and come back down. You're going to see the price go up again, hit this trend line, and come back down again. So if you want to buy in the beginning of the week, you most certainly can, but ultimately this price is going to be coming down. So I would probably stick to sell opportunities only for the US dollar Japanese yen. Moving on to US dollar Canadian dollar, this is a little bit different. As you can see, the price is more or less on a flat range of market, but did end slightly higher than where it began. And so what's going to happen? Okay, the 1 hour shows to go down, 4 hour shows to go down, the daily shows to go up, and the weekly shows to go down, and the monthly as well. Okay, so with that said, there are more indicators pointing down than up. Okay, so right now we're at a pretty strong level of resistance on the 4 hour, but the daily shows to go up. Okay, so what I think is going to happen, okay, this is just my logical guess. If we draw a downtrend coming like this, I expect the price to drop in the beginning of the week. Okay, the 4 hour we had a down arrow, but the price kept going up. Okay, so that means the market is more bullish than bearish. Okay, we see the price here on the 4 hour chart right now. This was this past Friday. The price dropped slightly and came back up again. So that means that yes, this is more or less bullish. Okay, so what I would think is that the price is going to keep going up this week. Okay, do not look for sell opportunities. Go to the 15-minute chart and look for buy opportunities. Okay, if you look at the 15-minute chart right now, we see that the price is getting ready to drop. So yes, in the beginning of the week, on Monday, we should see the price drop, but then we're going to see a rebound, and then we see the price come back up again. So we can expect a slow and steady uptrend, you know, this week for the US dollar Canadian dollar. So definitely look for buy opportunities only for the US dollar Canadian dollar. You can trade both, buy and sell, but I would look for buy opportunities only for the US dollar Canadian dollar this week only. Next week might be a little different. We will see. Okay, so anyhow, those are my trade predictions for the week. Please let me know if you have any questions or comments about how to trade this, or you know, have a question about any other currency pair. Okay, you know, I cannot cover all the currency pairs. If you want me to examine another currency pair, that's totally fine, but please, all I ask is that you make your analysis also, and then share your analysis with my analysis, and we can compare notes. Okay, that's all I ask. Okay, now there's a link below in the description of this video. Please contact me through Facebook first. Also, there's a link for my my binary options and Forex Made Easy group. If you haven't joined my Facebook group, please do so. That way you can post anything in my Facebook group. That is an excellent place to get questions from other people that may have had a similar problem or experience. And I really appreciate everything that everyone has done to support me. And I look forward to your success this week. Just let me know if you have any questions or comments, and I'll be more than happy to help you. Thank you.